tell me which American accent suits me best with this face. So this is a standard American accent. It's just does not pertain to any particular region of the country. We go to Chicago and it's a little bit more like that, and that takes us more to kind of New York, which is kind of like that down in the Bronx. And then we come down. Oh, I sound a bit like soul, don't I? Oh yeah. Oh, sounding a bit like Al Pacino there. Oh, but then we come down to Louisiana and Kentucky. So they are speaking like that, and that's how they talk down there. And then we come back up towards Texas, and so it's all a bit more like Texas man are man, and we have guns, and don't mess with us. Maybe that's the accent I should be using for this, because I don't want you in my town anymore. You're not welcome here, you hear? Then we go up to California, and we got dudes in California like that. And well, actually, it was a bit Texas, wasn't it? Dudes in California like that. We've also got this horrendous millennial accent, which I can't really do, which is kind of like, yes, thank you. All my friends are here. Thank you very much. And everything is we're going to go ahead and do this, and I'm going to go ahead and do that. Every verb you must use go ahead with. So I'm going to go ahead and try some American accents. And I'm going to go ahead and film them. I want you to go ahead and see which one you go ahead and think is the best. And we haven't got Boston. We haven't got the northeastern part of America where we speak in a rather perfect way, and we prefer to speak in a more perfect way because we feel a little bit superior to everybody else up here in the Virginia and Boston area, and then when we go up to Canada, and I can't do a Canadian accent. I just know it's a bit more between American and Canadian, American and English. In Toronto, and you say Toronto. You don't say Toronto. You say Toronto. Yeah. So we're up here in Toronto, and we're talking about messing about in a boat. That's about all I can say. What other accents could I try to do with this? That's all my Yankee ones. I can't do any other Yankee accents. We can try to do some like Australian accents. So yeah, I'm out in the bush here, and it's just great. You know, don't have to shave, don't have to wash. Just got my kangaroos and my possums, and yeah, I'm good to go. I'm good to go, mate. Yeah, got myself a Vegemite sandwich, and I love it here. And then we go up into New Zealand, and it's a little bit more like up there. It's a little bit more like that. Yeah, New Zealand. In New Zealand, we're a little bit more uptight. So we're not quite as loose as the Australians. We're a little bit more uptight. And then in South Africa, it gets even more uptight, and it gets a little bit like that. And we're talking about just surviving now, because you don't know nothing about survival until you've come to Joburg and lived the life that we live here. But I'll tell you, it's a good life with it anyway. I'm starting to sound almost like Dutch there, aren't I? But then they are Dutch, so it's a Dutch colony. We got. I always use the French accent is easy for me because I speak French quite a lot in the past, and so I get a sense of the French accent very easily. And then we can go to, I stated it without realizing. We can go to the German accent, which I don't do as well, but I can try to do it, but I don't sound like a convincing German person at all. If anything, I sound like a ridiculously posh German person who has come to England and is trying very hard to lose his German accent. And if anything, it's more like an Austrian accent because it's softer. And then, Russia. Yes, comrade, maybe this mustache gives me the Russian look, and maybe it makes me look a little bit harder, because the Russians are hard men. We don't play games. It's life or death in Russia, and that gets us very close, strangely enough, that is very close to like a kind of Arabic accent. Kind of like Arabic accent is kind of like that, but they still have their rolled R's like that. I am doing an educated Arabic accent, a higher class educated Arabic accent, where they intonate every word clearly. I think I've reached the bottom of the barrel. Oh no, I got Glasgow. That's right. We gotta go to Glasgow, because we gotta go to Glasgow and give you a Glasgow kiss. Don't know whether my Scottish accent is good enough to stand up for Scottish people, but I think English people will believe it. We can go to a more gentle Scottish accent. We can go up a bit more close to Edinburgh, maybe up to Inverness, and we can go up to Inverness. I went to Inverness once and I thought that everyone was speaking perfect English. It was very strange. They seemed to be speaking better English than me. And then when we go to, yes, we've also got to go to Wales. In Wales, nobody has a sense of humour in Wales. Well, we do have sense of humours, but we're not childish, like, you know, we don't have stupid jokes. We are very serious people. We're very nice people, but we're very serious. And we're very grown up. I would say that we're very grown up. Grown up in the sense that our accent is very close to an Indian accent, which goes like that. So I think I could probably convincingly tell you that I am Indian with this moustache, because a lot of Indian men have a moustache. And maybe if I just dressed a little bit differently, I could give the impression of being Indian. I have some Indian friends that I have met in the past did think that that wasn't Indian. What was that? Did think that I had a little touch of Indian in me, in my visage. And then we got we got to go to Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland is more like that. It's very, very harsh. I quite like it, actually, in a strange kind of way. It's not just the accent, it's like they almost sing when they speak. It goes up and down like that, and they play a little tune, a little jig. But when we go to Southern Ireland, it becomes a little bit more calm, and it becomes a little bit more like that. We're getting closer to Terry Wogan now. A little bit more like Uncle Terry. All calm and relaxed, like. I don't think I look Southern Irish when I do the accent, but I think I could look Northern Irish with this. I think it makes me look a little bit vicious. There's something a bit scary about Northern Ireland accents to us British people, us English people, because we've got this history where we've been ingrained in our minds to fear the Northern Ireland accent. So it still actually does do it for me a little bit. It just gets me heart going a little bit when I hear that accent. I don't fucking mess with the Irish people, I tell you. You never want to fight an Irishman. Unless you're Russian. You might have a chance then.